Hello, everybody! Welcome back to 428 Shibuya Scramble. Hello, G-chan. Hello, Zarmegas. Hello, Oe. Woo! Last time, we did some jumping around, and we got further in Achi's relationship with Hitomi. We got that bad end, which we need someone else to figure out. Hello, Void Dweller. That chart is useless to me. We need the real-time chart. Maria almost remembered. Almost remembered. I am shocked that, by the way, it seemed like we spent such a long time, but it only went up to there. But you know what? We haven't even started Norikawa. So let's see what he's up to. Alright, let's get back into it. Him and his Pokeball backpack.
Wait a second. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Gah!
Right in the middle of traffic. Minorikawa stopped and let out a cry of frustration. Daisuke Endo had asked him for a favor after their interview was done. He'd promised to tell the Wandering Angels that the dry ice machine they purchased was defective. Episode 5. At last, the climax of the play drew near. There was a whole string of troubles, but the cast soldiered on, and it looked like things were going to end all right. Then, backstage, Bando noticed the dry ice machine was acting strangely, even after it had been turned off. The machine continued to churn out more dry ice. The producer, Sugazawa, demanded that the defective device be returned immediately, and so Tezuka, Bando, and Amo loaded it into their vehicle and left the theater. Continued in episode 6. Revenge of the Ice. Hello T, welcome to the stream. Well, damn. That had completely slipped his mind. If he recalled correctly, the issue was that once the machine started making dry ice, it wouldn't stop. Oh god. If he ran back to the theater now, he'd lose about 10 minutes. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. The loan people will be coming by the editing office before too long. He needed to prove to them the next month's issue of 4-Star General Gossip was well underway, or else he'd refuse to wait any longer for repayment. And so to do that, he needed to fill a minimum of 6 of the 12 remaining blank pages. He couldn't afford to waste even a single second. This was an awkward position to be in. He needed to keep his promise to Endo, but he also needed to spend his time wisely.
Bah! Guess I don't have a choice.
You know what? If it's the same two thugs that are following everybody around, I think that we can, I think that they've been delayed quite a bit by other people. So, yeah, let's go back to the theater because I have a feeling the out-of-control dry ice machine would fuck up someone else. He'd agreed to take on a responsibility. He headed back for the theater. When he got there, he flagged down the first guy he saw to tell him about the dry ice machine.
Hey, make sure you remember what I'm about to tell you, okay? The dry ice machine is broken.
The man stared out back at him blankly, but Minorikawa just forged ahead.
Got it? The dry ice machine is broken. Got it memorized? It needs to go back to the electronics store. Make sure you let the folks in charge here know.
His obligation met. He hurried back to the cafe to get to work on his copy. Oh! Along the way, he caught sight of a young couple running. They seemed like an odd pair. The girl looked prim and proper, while the boy struck him as a bit thuggish. In fact, the boy's clothing was very much in the style worn by Shibuya street gangs. Maybe he'd know something about the SOS Brigade. Hurrying to cross their path, Minorikawa called out to the pair.
Hey, mind if I ask you something? Have you heard of the SOS Brigade?
The pair stopped, eyeing him warily. The young man spoke.
Yeah, why do you ask? Do you happen to be a member yourself?
Oh, this happened in his route.
No. No, not anymore. That was in a dark, sad, forgotten past. My edgy backstory.
Achi, you're not that edgy.
Shut up, I'm trying to impress you in front of this guy.
Oh, Achi. Well, if the kid had once been part of the group, he ought to have been able to provide some background anyhow. Minorikawa took a step closer to the couple, formulating his next question. But they didn't stick around to hear it.
Let's go!
The young man said, and a moment later he and the girl were running away.
Hey!
But the pair paid him no heed. In a moment they had vanished down an alleyway. The story about the SOS Brigade would have to wait until later then. Minorikawa hurried into the cafe. Wasting no time, he sat right down and plugged his laptop in the nearest power outlet. He plunked himself down on the floor and hit the computer's power switch. The waitress gave him a disapproving look. Sir, I'm afraid you can't sit there.
Shut up! I sit where I want. I'm Minoru Minorikawa, the greatest reporter that ever lived. Well, it looks like your tables are full. I'll make do here.
Well, being able to make dough really isn't the issue.
I'll have a coffee, please.
Just do whatever you want. They don't pay me enough for this shit. The waitress turned away and stared vacantly up at the ceiling. You know, a person can only get away with being obnoxious for so long. Sooner or later, someone's likely to call the police. Minorikawa looked up from his work, startled to see the Birding Hammer salesman standing over him.
You're Mr. Yanagashita. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by earlier. Are you gonna write your article here?
Yanagashita eyed Minorikawa's computer.
Oh, that's the latest model, isn't it? Look, I got no time to talk right now.
Minorikawa opened the file with his half-written copy. God damn it, why are you being such a little kid, Yanagashita?
Oh, what's this? Chaos at bogus weight loss drink sales demo. How dare you?
Yanagashita read the copy aloud.
The organizer, Junichi Yanagashita, didn't merely have a whiff of deceit about him. His breath also stunk. Sound good?
Minorikawa asked.
I wanted to make sure I gave an accurate impression. Oh, I love what you've done with it. This is a great copy. Fantastic.
Yanagashita turned to look at him with a manic grin.
Yeah, isn't it?
Uh-oh. I think I made the wrong choice. In a flash, Yanagashita's face went from grinning to livid. That's the exact reason I gave him that voice, Void Dweller. He totally looks like Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo-Bo.
Like hell it is. You think I'm gonna just let you write something like that?
Oh my god. Snatching up the computer, Yanagashita bolted out of the cafe.
Hey, get back here!
Minorikawa leapt to his feet and rushed off in pursuit.
Cue the cowboy bebop music.
As he sprinted madly along, Yanagashita turned down a narrow alley. Minorikawa stayed close behind, desperate not to lose sight of him. His quarry began to weave his way through the back alleys of Shibuya. This guy clearly knew his way around town. But by Miyashita Park, they zipped out onto a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this idiot going? Halfway across the overpass, Yanagashita suddenly stopped. Confused, Minorikawa stopped as well.
Give that back!
He called.
Oh, I'm in no mood.
Next moment, Yanagashita flashed a mocking grin and dangled the laptop over the railing.
Uh-oh.
Minorikawa lunged toward him, but it was already too late. What a bad end is this? God damn it. The laptop left Yanagashita's hand and went spinning down through the air. I'm glad I saw this, because this was a very involved bad end. Then as the two men struggled, Yanagashita himself toppled over the rail. Oh my god! Without hesitating, Minorikawa jumped out as well.
Whoa! Gah!
Bad end. God damn it. Somehow that was caught. Minorikawa landed hard. As he struggled to regain his breath, he looked around and saw Yanagashita beside him. Incredibly, the laptop was safe in the charlatan's grasp. Apparently, he'd somehow managed to catch it in midair. Floating in midair. Go, Yafa. I don't think anyone's gonna get that reference. Before Minorikawa could be too relieved, however, Yanagashita got to his feet and took off running again.
Get back here, you little weasel! I don't think so!
This Yanagashita guy was infuriating. That, and he was really fast. Minorikawa considered himself a decent runner, but he couldn't manage to gain on Yanagashita. If running away was a competitive sport, the guy would be a world-class superstar. Well, I mean, running is. In general. As he ran along, a peculiar thought occurred to him.
Hold on a minute. If he hates my copy that much, shouldn't he have wanted my computer to break? Why'd he go out of his way to catch it like that? Ha ha!
It made no sense at all.
Hey!
Minorikawa shouted between gasping breaths.
What are you planning to do with my laptop?
Yanagashita glanced back at him.
Oh, gonna sell it. Sorry about this. What?
Minorikawa was taken aback.
Consider a compensation for defamation of character.
In the civil sense, the act of unlawfully damaging another person's character or reputation in the public eye. In the criminal sense, the act of disseminating damaging facts about an individual to an unspecified large number of people.
Come on, get real. It can't be defamation if the article hasn't run yet. Then consider it in advance on the compensation. Ho ho ho!
This was so nonsensical it made Minorikawa's head hurt. But now at least he knew why Yanagashita had dived after the computer. The thief continued to weave his way through the side streets. I'm not convinced this is a bad end anymore. This has been gone on far too long to be a bad end. Looks like this is the way the story's supposed to go. His speed didn't diminish in the slightest.
Damn it! This guy has too much experience running away.
Minorikawa's stamina began to fade and finally lost sight of his quarry. But that didn't mean he was ready to give up the search. There were articles on the computer that were right on the verge of completion. Whatever it took, he had to get it back. Yanagashita had said he was going to sell it. Where could he be headed then? Brain blast. Okay, let's see. Let's see, should it be Endo Electronics or the Knick-Knack Paddywhack shop? I think it's gonna be the Knick-Knack Paddywhack shop. Because the electronics dude shouldn't, I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Because he would just take it as a computer. While the shop dude is probably gonna, like, judge it based on its worth. Like, as a thing. Probably he was headed to a knick-knack shop. Noriko recalled seeing one near the Burning Hammer demo site. He also recalled seeing a poster outside the place of it. Here we go, yep. We buy computers at top prices.
Damn!
The guy had left him on a wild goose chase. The shop was surely where he was going to sell the laptop. Gulping a deep breath, he headed in that direction.
I've got to be the only person who's being chased around a wild goose chase by someone with a friggin' square thing today. I mean, what would be the odds? There you are, Yanagashita!
Noriko burst into the shop at center guy, an accusing finger pointing squarely at the thief.
Listen.
Oh, listen. There's no way I'm buying a computer that doesn't have a power cable. Who do you think I am, Apple?
Details. All you sell here is junk anyway.
Yanagashita and the shopkeeper had gotten into an argument. Minorikawa recognized the shopkeeper. It was the guy I'd run into on the roadside earlier.
That computer belongs to me!
Minorikawa shouted as he marched up to them. Yeah, wow. This is an actual, I thought this was going to be a bad end, but this is actually the way it's supposed to go.
Give it back!
Yanagashita clutched the laptop to his chest.
No, I need the money, or else I'm gonna be up the river without a paddle. Knock it off! You're acting like a child.
Minorikawa tried to slap him out of his tantrum, but Yanagashita ducked to avoid the blow. And then, bizarrely, Yanagashita froze. A fierce gleam came into his eyes. He broke into an incomprehensible stammer.
That's it! Oh, nearly.
Yanagashita snatched up a flyer that his gaze had fixed on. Oh my god, it's this thing that they talked about earlier.
Iron stomach, huh? This right here is my little bluebird of happiness.
He cried.
You know what? You can have this.
Yanagashita shoved the laptop into Minoriko's arms.
And welcome to it, you idiot. I don't need no worthless computer. You're the idiot, Buster!
Minoriko smacked Yanagashita right across the face, or afro.
Ouch!
Hitting him felt good. He decided to do it again. He drew back his arm to deliver another blow, but then someone else came in the shop. Yanagashita's eyes lit up as they saw who it was.
Oh, my angel! Whatever is my darling Miku doing here?
Miku stood in the doorway on the verge of tears. Mr. Minorikawa, she began. Then her voice choked up.
Miku? What's the matter? Is something wrong?
Miku drew in close to Minoriko's side.
Huh?
Yanagashita's gaze darted back and forth between Minorikawa and Miku.
You two know each other? Sort of. More to the point. Is she the girl you said you were in love with? That's right, the one and only Miku. However anxious music set is my ringtone.
Paying no heed to Yanagashida's excitement, Miku kept her eyes fixed on Minorikawa. I lost to a girl who knows Aiki Jujutsu. I lost! She buried her face in Minorikawa's chest.
Huh.
Yanagashita let out a gasp.
What's this about? What in the world is all this about?
He seemed on the verge of panic. Mr. Minorikawa, I need to learn Aiki Jujutsu. I feel so ashamed. She buried her face even deeper into Minorikawa's chest.
That's so unfair!
With tears in his eyes, Yanagashita darted out of the door. Maybe I could do something about spinning a lick around. Ya cha cha ba dee dee da do ba dee ba do da ding on do. A dee cha cha ba dee ba do ba da ba dee ba dee dee cha ding on do. Ga ba dee ya chi ya de ya do. Ya da ga da ga da ga do you boo. A dee ya che ya de ya do. A da ga da dee da do. Ya cha cha. And by now, Yanagashita has left the room. Minorikawa glared after the pathetic fellow as he scampered off.
The guy sure knows how to take advantage of a bad situation. I'll give him that.
He murmured. No, definitely. No, I wasn't. Okay. Yeah, definitely don't chase him. Just, you gotta write the article.
Anyhow, I'm just glad I got my partner back.
Ordinarily, he'd be inclined to pursue Yanagashita and subject him to a tirade, at the very least. But there was no time for that now. He explained the situation to the shopkeeper, who flashed a sympathetic smile.
Is that so? Lucky for you, he screwed up then. Much as I'm happy to do business, I just can't buy a computer that doesn't come with its accessories.
So, you'd have bought it from him if he had the accessories?
Of course. Stole or not, it's all the same once I've stole it.
What do you think I am? A Skyrim friggin' salesman? I somehow know exactly what everything is stolen, even though it's just a generic ass sword?
The shopkeeper chuckled unapologetically.
Ha! I suppose that's true.
Minorikawa laughed along with him.
Yeah, all the same.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, all the same. Like hell it is!
He roared. The shopkeeper froze like a startled rabbit.
Well, I bet everything you have for sale here has been stolen, hasn't it?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll warn you up front. There is no use hiding things from me. I've interviewed you. After all, I know you.
The shopkeeper was getting more and more flustered.
Well, I mean, look, this is just between you and me, okay? Sometimes I go around gathering stuff that people have lost, and I sell it right here. But it's not stolen, just repurposed. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
The shopkeeper smiled ingratiatingly.
You moron!
Minorikawa stuck. Oh, they forgot to have the other side of the quote. There's so many typos in this game. Minorikawa stuck his finger in the man's face.
Selling lost property is a serious crime, too.
You know what? I'm just gonna read it as is.
You moron! Minorikawa stuck his finger in the man's face. Selling lost property is a serious crime too. As I describe myself in the third person.
A potential violation of Article 254 of the Penal Code of Japan regarding embezzlement of lost property, which states, and I quote, "A person who embezzles lost property, drift property, or any other property which belongs to another person and is in no one's possession shall be punished by imprisonment with work for not more than 1 year, a fine of not more than 100,000 yen, or a petty fine."
It is? Well, I mean, I guess I sort of figured it might be. Sometimes.
Well, I'm not the police. I'm more into curiosity than legality. In fact, I find this all pretty fascinating. I mean, what sort of things have you gathered up for sale?
I mean, he could always, like, plead the fifth. Say he had no idea it was someone's lost thing. That's easy to get out of. Just say, like, he thought it was just something someone threw away.
Well, let me see. Like this and that and that and that.
The man pointed to various items on his shelves.
And also this and that and that and that and that, I guess.
Minoriko's eyes were directed all over the shop. Everything the shopkeeper had pointed out had a hefty price tag. I mean, seriously, that clock looks like a piece of shit. Like, you could easily just assume somebody threw it out.
And you're actually able to sell things like this?
Minoriko asked.
Sure, I can sell stuff. Earlier today, someone brought a big necklace. I listed it for 40,000 yen, but I discounted it down to 30.
I bet it was something that was lost and he found. I bet it was her necklace in the first place.
And you could still make a profit even offering discounts.
Sure. I mean,
I knew it. Oh my god.
sure. I mean, it was just something I found lying on the ground after all.
Minorikawa looked back at him, and for a moment he laughed as well. Then his face turned hard.
This is no laughing matter!
He bellowed.
You need to stop what you're doing here right away. Otherwise, you're gonna find out what it's like to get punished by my pen of justice!
Yes, he finally said it! Woo!
I'm so sorry!
The shopkeeper bowed repeatedly. Minorikawa glared. The truth was that right now he was so busy he'd have to let this guy slide. Still, the whole asinine affair had eaten up a big chunk of time he didn't have to waste. You shouldn't have spent so much time lecturing the guy and just typed your thing up, asked him to type up in his back room or whatever in exchange for, not saying anything about this. He was going to have to finish up his copy back at the editing office. Laptop in hand, he left the shop, only to stop short when a slight figure stepped out in front of him. Mr. Minorikawa! Miku stood there, barring his path. Please, introduce me to a dojo where I can learn Aiki Jujutsu.
I'm sorry. I really don't have time for this right now.
Minoriko tried to hurry onward, but she stubbornly refused to let him pass. You introduced me to the other dojo before, remember? It's so hard for me to give cartoony voices to the normal looking characters. Damn, when the characters are acting like actual people, I find it so hard to give them some of my usual voices, but for the over the top characters it's way easier.
I suppose so, now that you mention it.
And it's because most of the girls are very down to earth. Except for, Maria, who was in a cat costume, so I could be very silly with her. And her friend, who was also quite silly, so I could do a regular voice for her. But it's really hard to do voices for the more normal characters. I guess that's something I'll have to, overcome. He tried to slip by on her right-hand side, but she was quick to block him. You're the one who introduced me to the world of martial arts, Mr. Minorikawa.
Well, yes. You know you're putting me in a bit of a bind here.
Trying to slip by on her left was a no-go too. She could anticipate his every move. Please, just hear me out, Miku said. She was speaking through quiet sobs now. I can't stand leaving things like this. She looked Minorikawa right in the eye. Let's see. I think in the one that damn, this is tough. It's either I'm thinking either A or C, definitely. C, I think if he explains the situation. Because that's the only one that mentions his time crunch.
I'm sorry, but I really don't have the time to have this discussion right now. I need to get this copy wrapped up by 4.
This discussion?
You were already champion at that one pub, right? Maybe this is a good opportunity.
Oh, it didn't matter. Okay.
You could just wash your hands of the martial arts world.
Miku began to shake. Yeah, I don't think she wants to do that. You jerk! Miku delivered a blindingly fast slap to Minorikawa's cheek. Why'd you have to put it like that? You're so mean! Bursting into tears, Miku ran off. Oh no.
Hey, Miku!
She gave no sign she'd heard him and didn't turn around. Same Void Dweller. I don't think you're too lucky because in all my years of schooling, I never once had a pop quiz. I think that's just something from sitcoms. I never had a pop quiz, and I am a child of the 90s. So, Minorikawa rubbed his cheek. It stung. For once, he'd actually regretted what he said. Maybe he shouldn't have just assumed she would be willing to give up her hobby. Well, I didn't want to say that. Seriously. I guess it was A. He did in fact know of several Aiki Jujutsu dojos. If only he had the time, he could have introduced her easily enough. Checking his watch, he saw that he had 30 minutes and change until 4 o'clock. Oh yeah, no, Ji-chan. Pop quizzes are a fucking myth. Like, seriously. I don't know why they were in every sitcom ever, but I never had a single goddamn one in all my years of schooling, so yeah. Checking his watch, he saw that he only had 30 minutes and change until 4 o'clock. There was no more wriggle room at this point. Alright, well, at least we know what time it is. These articles needed to get written, and fast. He needed to get back to the editing department, and yet...
Oh, damn it to hell! I can't get work done like this!
Minorikawa broke into a run. But he didn't run for Heaven Publishing. Instead, he went after Miku. Oh, that was the right choice after all. Okay, we got him all the way to a keep out. That's cool. Alright, so we can do Maria and Osawa. Let's do Maria since she's free now. Alright, let's continue. Woo! It's so interesting that hers is the only one told in first person.
The assassin has gone quiet. Sitting on a pile of crates, he seems lost in thought. Still, I don't dare try to get away. All I can do is stand and wait and mull over my situation. Just who am I? I ask myself again and again. I am. A tornado! No.
Tama! Tama!
Here we go.
I am.
Tama Hitomi, that's hilarious.
None of the above. Fuckleberries. None of this in me at all. I turn at the sound of an exuberant voice and see Mr. Yanagishita running my way. Flailing his arm in a friendly greeting. I fucking swear this guy could wind up banished to the pits of hell, and he's still giving his all day in and day out.
Oh, thank goodness. It is you, Tama. I knew it.
The man with the cane grumbles something incoherent, then holsters his gun and flees the scene.
Huh. Now you're with some middle-aged guy. He looks so sweet and innocent, but I guess you kind of get around, huh?
Boss! Nice timing! I do a little fist bump. Whatever he's doing here, I'm glad he drove off that guy with the gun.
Who? What are you so happy about?
Yanagishita gives me a puzzled look. But he's probably distracted by his own excitement.
Well, anyway, never mind that, Tama.
He shifts down to a conspiratorial whisper.
You know, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I was in such a tizzy over something with scratch card from a magazine.
I can tell he has news he's itching to tell me. Did something happen?
Well...
He brings a hand to his mouth and giggles unsettlingly.
I had a great little idea. A great way to strike it rich.
I feel like I've heard this from you before. Mr. Yanagishita shakes his head fervently.
This time it's different. We're talking way more digits than before. Now, try not to be too surprised, yeah?
Spittle flies from his mouth as he rattles on.
Or, it's okay to be surprised, actually. In fact, I'm guessing you're definitely gonna be amazed this time, Tama.
I can practically see the banknotes drifting, dancing in his eyes. Cut to the chase already! What is it you want to tell me?
This time, get this. I got a line on 10 million yen, baby. Ho-ho!
He thrusts his index finger skyward, grinning ear to ear.
Surprised now? Yeah, you are. And it doesn't require any capital. It's no risk, high return, baby. Woo!
In the world of equity investment, a wise investor weighs risk against the potential for a return. Many heavily risky projects, however, yield little in the way of actual returns. Such cases are called high risk, low return. The inverse, low risk, high return, is quite rare. The idea of no risk, high return is simply absurd.
There's a crazy gleam in his eye.
Oh man, I'm finally gonna get to be a part of the Billionaires Club. I'd have to fight Kiryu someday, but that's okay. I could join his business afterward.
Oh, this is so ridiculous, I don't even have a snappy retort for it. Never mind, that 10 million obviously wouldn't make him a billionaire.
By the way, you haven't seen Cherry, have you? We're gonna need her help to revel this 10 million yen, baby.
Sure. No, I haven't run into her since the sales demo.
Oh, darn. Well, if you do happen to see her, tell her to get in touch with me.
Sure, alright. I still don't know what he's going on about, but there's probably no harm in being helpful.
Thank you. Thank you, Tama. Guess I may as well give you a little hint.
A hint?
Yeah, a hint. Wanna hear it?
You know what? May as well hear it. Oh, I'm sorry, OA. You should take some medicine if you feel bad. Oh. Okay. Bye. I hope you feel better soon. Hello, Eblis. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Well then, I guess I got no choice. When you put it that way, I'll just have to tell you.
Mr. Yanagashita clears his throat and proceeds to declaim in an affected tone.
When the mighty stomach triumphs over the endless cavalcade of icebergs, the hero shall be blessed with fame and fortune. Huh?
Huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean? He looks inordinately amused at my confusion.
It's part of a legend. You only need to remember that one verse for now. You're gonna bear witness to history, baby.
I feel like this guy's right out of some story himself. Okay, just don't die before you can give me the rest of the legend.
Anyway, thanks for helping me out with the cheer thing. Adios.
Spanish for goodbye. The true meaning is closer to the English farewell. In day-to-day interactions, most Spanish speakers use the word ciao. Really? Damn, I wish I thought I would know that. Because I'm half Puerto Rican. I feel kind of ashamed of that. Adios can carry the connotation that you do not expect to see the addressee again. Really? Damn. I have never known that. I always thought ciao was an Italian word. I'm kind of ashamed at my ignorance.
And then, like a whirlwind, Mr. Yanagachita zooms away, leaving me alone in this alley. Ugh. Suddenly I feel totally exhausted. I thought I'd a sigh and drop my eyes. And that's when I noticed a notebook on the ground at my feet. It's the death note. Did the assassin drop this? I pick it up and look inside.
Oh, I really am. A voyeur.
There's a photograph tucked inside the back of the cover.
Ooh, let's see, let's see. Oh my, yep, I knew it. I fucking knew it. That has to be him. Yep. Called it. Called it. Jeez. Fucking called it. Oh, hold on 1 second.
There's a photograph tucked inside the back cover. Shows 3 young people. 2 boys and a girl. Well, what do I do now? Do I go to the police? How would I even explain the situation? I can see it now. There's a killer out there, and he's after the person named Hitomi Osawa. And then the police will be like, who is that? And who exactly is after? And then what would I say? Heck, they might not even give me the time of day in the first place. Not only do I not have any idea who Hitomi Osawa is, I know nothing about the guy he's after except that he walks with a cane.
Hold on 1 second.
I mean, I can't even tell them who I am. They'd probably shoot me away without a second thought. I mean, it's not like they'd immediately know who I am based on another case. Ha! What am I supposed to do? I hang my head at a total loss. The necklace around my neck sways oddly to and fro.
Ooh, we just got a right to a keep out. Okay. Everyone's having a keep out at this time. Okay, I guess we should go to Osawa. Let's go.
I've never truly trusted anyone. Not on a fundamental level. Human beings are a type of organism that I can't get a true handle on through mere surface interactions. And the very fact that I've never trusted anyone else means that inevitably, no one else has ever trusted me. In the end, maybe the root of all my problems can be traced back to my heart.
As he waited for Minorikawa to contact him, Osawa thought about his current crisis. Assuming Tanaka was behind the kidnapping, then he must have accomplices. And these criminals had mistakenly abducted Maria. In their attempt to get at the antiviral drug that was in Toby's blood. Okay, Ji-chan, have a good sleep. Mistakenly abducted Maria in their attempt to get at the antiviral drug that was in Hitomi's blood. Maria and Hitomi were fraternal twins, but they looked similar enough to be mistaken for identical twins. Still, Tanaka would never confuse the two. The mix-up must have been made by some criminal who didn't know Maria or Hitomi personally. Insisting that Hitomi bring the ransom to the train station was obviously their solution. It had set her up for a second abduction. But piecing together this much of the kidnapper's plan only raised a different question. Why had Tanaka shown him those emails from Hitomi? Wouldn't the criminals want to keep information like that hidden? Yeah, what is going on with Tanaka? I wonder, what if Tanaka is being forced to take the fall here? I wonder. The more Osawa thought about those things, the less they made sense.
Just who are my true allies? And who are my foes?
Mr. Osawa, a delivery has arrived for you.
Oh, yes. Oh, I was right. It was Kajiwara at the study door.
Come in.
Kajiwara stepped into the room and handed Osawa a letter-sized envelope. Osawa checked the label. Camming. The official Ayakamiki fan club membership application enclosed. Requires a 1,000 yen initiation fee and a yearly dues of 3,000 yen. Membership grants several perks, including the opportunity to reserve concert tickets in advance to the general public. Osawa is fond of the members-only website content, which includes Ayakamiki's blog and exclusive videos. Right. He had requested the application the day he'd gotten back from overseas.
Would you mind opening that?
Kajiwara asked apologetically.
What for?
I'd just like to check the contents of any packages you received today, sir. It's possible that the kidnapper may try to make contact.
Another typo.
May try to contact you by mail.
Osawa opened the envelope. Inside he found the expected application, along with several postcards featuring pictures of the singer. Kajiwara peered pointedly at the postcard images.
You must really like her,
The detective said.
And just what sort of music did you listen to then?
Osawa asked, staring at one of the postcards. There's a striking photo that shows off Kamiki's expressive eyes.
Let me think. Mostly classical, I suppose. Toccata al fugue is a favorite of mine, sir.
Yes, I suppose it would be.
Osawa raised a quizzical eyebrow.
You know,
Kajiwara continued.
like Mozart and Chopin and the like.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756 to 1791. Austrian-born music prodigy and classical composer. Famous works include The Marriage of Figaro, The Magic Flute, and Symphony No. 41, known as the Jupiter Symphony. Frédéric Francois Chopin, 1810 to 1849, composer and pianist of the early Romantic era, famed as a national musician of Poland, left behind numerous solo piano works. Famous works include his Nocturne, Opus 9, No. 2, and his Piano Sonata No. 2, and Claire de Lune! Claire de Lune! Oh, God. Oh, Claire, I can't... God damn it, Danganronpa! I can't think of freaking Chopin without crying my eyes out. Oh, God. That... He hummed a few bars.
Can't say I've ever heard of them.
Really? What? You can't be serious.
Are you serious?
Kajiwara looked shocked.
I'm familiar with the names, of course. I just never had much interest in music.
But surely you must have heard it in like school and shit.
Oh, that's such a shame. Would you care to listen to a piece now, sir?
Oh, let's do it. Yep.
I suppose I may as well.
Now that he brought it up, Osawa was curious to know what sort of music Hachiwara enjoyed. Detective pulled an MP3 player out of his pocket. Because that's a thing that we did in 2009. I remember MP3 players. Before your phone was just used for everything. Yeah, she does look a little bit American in that picture. Void Dweller.
Here you go, sir.
Osawa slipped the attached earbuds into his ears. He heard a flow of quiet strings that was soon joined by bold, dramatic horns. As the piece continued, it grew more profound and complex, and Osawa could feel his spirit calming. As a kid, I gotta say, I loved classical music so much. That was my favorite type of music growing up, like orchestral and classical music. Like one of my favorite things to do is just sit back and listen to like orchestral pieces and just imagine stories to them. And just like imagine it as the background music of an epic story. I loved doing that. And I still do from time to time. Like I often tried to put on the classical station at work. I mean not at work, at when I was driving to work in days of yore. And just love to imagine shit to it. He took a deep breath, then expelled it through his nostrils. It felt as if the toxic gloom that had filled him was departing with the air. Before he knew it, nearly 10 minutes had passed. Oh my god. I gotta tell you, Void Dweller, there was once a CD that I found at Barnes & Noble of orchestrated Final Fantasy music. And I went nuts. My mom bought it for me and I was like, oh my god, this is the shit. I played it over and over and over and over and over again. That, you know, I had a portable CD player, so it wasn't that, but like, seriously, oh my god, that was the most epic thing in the world. I cried while re-listening to that over and over again. Oh my god, all the orchestrated Final Fantasy themes. Oh my god, Eblis, that's exactly what I did. Like, yeah, I would like link it to like an epic moment I had in mind of like a character, like in like my own like random shit that I made up. Favorite Final Fantasy? That is a toughie. God, well, I think Final Fantasy's this isn't my favorite, but I think Final Fantasy VII Remake was fan-fucking-tastic, and I can't wait for part 2. Let's see. My first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy X. And I really did love it. I think, out of the ones I've played, that was definitely, my favorite. Now, I know this is straight up blasphemy, but I have not played most of the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies, although my sister actually did. Played Final Fantasy VI. I played Final Fantasy IV for the Game Boy Advance, I think, which I didn't really like that much. As I've said numerous times about, like, you know, characters. There's way too many fake out deaths in that game. Kind of ridiculous. To the like, it like characters fake die like literally 5 times in that game. It's insane. But I remember if I went back to it, like, I remember just crying at Suteki Dane, which I played over and over and over again. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I cringed at the laughing scene like everybody did. It's like, okay. But I loved the romantic plot and everything. And I was crying buckets by the end. Poor teenage collider. Oh my god. Oh my god. I like, seriously, I don't know. It was the first cinematic RPG I ever played was Final Fantasy X. And then I went back and played 789. Because, you know, PS2 could play PS1 games. And they were easy enough to find back in the day. But, oh man, I have gone off on a tangent. But, damn, those days. I actually saved up for that PS2 myself. Because, because I really wanted to play Final Fantasy X that badly. And that's why I even got my first PS2. Because I just wanted it so fucking badly. Yeah, that's how I rationalized it too. And that's why I try not to think of it too much afterward about it, Eblis. But I really loved, at the time, at least I haven't played it since, but I love the romance. Like, that was kind of my first exposure to the kind of, like, a game telling truly epic stories. Like, I played RPGs before. Like, I played Mario RPG before when it first came out. But that was my really first exposure to the kind of stories that games could tell. And, you know, look at me now. But I don't think I could ever forget Final Fantasy X. Anyway, back to the game we're actually playing.
What do you think?
It's quite nice.
The theme of this piece is,
Kajiwara paused for a moment in thought.
well, it's about how erudition can be boorishness.
Accumulated knowledge. The term often connotes an advanced or esoteric understanding. Displaying a moderate amount can impress others, but pompously flaunting it is bound to put them off, yeah. I'm glad I've heard of that term before, and I did not know exactly what it meant. So thank you, 428 Shibuya Scramble, for telling me the exact dictionary definition of that term. Oh, and I think by saying that, he was probably just throwing a bit of shade at Osawa there.
Thank you. If I hadn't met you, I'd never discovered this piece.
He spoke the words unthinkingly, with unaccustomed frankness. Was this the power of music, then?
I'm very happy to hear that, sir.
Osawa gazed at one of the postcards as he let himself be drawn back into the music. I was scooping up handfuls of mystical blue sand. The grains dripped down from her fingertips.
I feel like I could be in this photo here.
Osawa muttered.
Like I live my life letting so many things slip through my fingers.
Kajiwara thought for a moment before responding.
I think anyone who's worked hard to accomplish something and focused for a long time on that one thing. It's the
susceptible to those kinds of feelings.
Accomplishing something means getting results. That's not what my problem is.
Osawa removed the headphones and gave back the music player.
You told me not to hide things from you, right?
Kajiwara nodded silently.
Then allow me to speak frankly.
Leaning back heavily in his chair, Osawa took another deep, shallow breath. Slow breath.
I'm anxious. So anxious that it's almost crushing me.
Given the circumstances, sir, that's completely understood.
No!
Osawa spoke up before Kajiwara could finish.
It's not that. It's not that at all.
He shook his head vigorously.
If the worst should happen to my daughter, how am I going to feel, I wonder? I'm not a man with a wide range of emotions. My heart is always cold somehow. And the truth is I've wanted it to be that way. Which is why if I do lose my daughter, my heart might remain unmoved. I may not even be able to feel a father's sorrow. That's what I'm anxious about.
Oh, God. He felt his emotions twist inside him in a way that was utterly confusing. Well, maybe you should let your emotions out more, dude. For perhaps the first time in his life, he realized how fickle a thing in the human heart could be. It's all right, sir. Kajiwara flashed him a carefree smile.
What's all right?
People who really have cold hearts don't worry about that sort of thing. The detective held out his music player again. Here, I'd like you to have this. Oh, death flag. Uh-oh. 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 That's a death flag. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Please, give it another listen if you like. Oh, no. I think it might help calm your nerves. Osawa took the offered device. Oh, God. He had dared to open up to Kajiwara just a little, and to his own surprise, he felt grateful for it. And how about one of these as well? The detective produced a banana from his pocket.
I'm fine, thanks.
Are you sure?
Oh, all right, I guess I'll take it.
I'm sure it's gonna come in handy somehow. Chekhov's banana. Osawa spoke irritably, then his expression softened a little.
You know, you've just been getting on my nerves all day.
Really? And here I thought I'd been doing what I could to soothe your spirits, Mr. Osawa.
It's actually been a real long time since I've yelled at anyone quite so much.
As the word left his lips, Osawa found himself thinking back to one particular rainy day. Ooh, flashback time. I wonder if this is when his first wife died. Maria had been in 5th grade at the time. Osawa was standing in his daughter's room. In his hand, he held the letter she left behind. He happened to glance out the window and saw Maria walking along, soaked from head to toe. In an instant, Osawa was consumed with rage. Maria had left a note. It read,
Dad, you only pay attention to Hitomi. You're too busy with work to play with me, so I'm running away from home.
Struck by an impulse he quite didn't understand, he ran from the room, heading for the front door. Maria had just gotten back inside. Osawa met her silently in the entryway. Wet strands of hair clung to the girl's forehead as she looked up at her father with a bitter glare.
You don't care what happens to me, do you? Ouch.
Impulsively, he slapped her face. Maria's cheek turned red and tears welled up in her eyes. Osawa's anger transformed abruptly into guilt. He gazed down at the palm of his hand and saw a tiny spot of blood. Oh God, oh God. He was shocked by the recognition of what he'd just done. And then he was afraid. Afraid that his daughter could bring such raw emotion out of him and make him do something so thoughtless. Oh, God.
Is something wrong, Mr. Osawa?
Kajiwara was leaning in, looking concerned. Osawa came back into the moment with a start and realized he had buried his face in his hands.
No.
He muttered, looking up.
Just getting angry, yelling at people. I'm not good with that sort of thing. I don't like it.
He picked up the music player and fidgeted with the earbuds as he spoke.
Well, getting angry and yelling at people, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's just human.
It's human to do those kinds of things.
I often said that he was cold and mechanical. Her sarcasm only underlined a fact he'd always lived with, that he didn't know how to conduct himself like a human being.
If you get angry, you show it,
Kajiwara said.
If you get sad, you show it. It's human nature to let other people know how we're feeling after all.
But what if doing that hurts the other person?
That's when you apologize, sir.
Oh wow, this is awesome. It occurred to Osawa that he never tried to tell anyone how he felt before. Wow, this is amazing. He never felt the need to. And yet, right now, he suddenly felt that if his daughters were to appear before him, he might blurt out everything he's ever left unsaid. It was a terrifying thought.
Darling,
I opened the door and stepped into the room.
the detectives are asking for you. It seems there's been a development. I get angry when my son does dangerous things, but I don't do anything like, hurting, obviously. God forbid. But when he's doing something that could put himself in danger, I have to admit I do get angry. He loves to climb things so much, even things he shouldn't. So I get angry at him when he does that, but, I always let him know that I love him and I never hurt him or anything, for sure.
I just want him to be safe.
It seems there's been a development. We'll be right there.
Oh, that's him saying that.
We'll be right there.
Osawa and Kajiwara hurried out of the room. Interesting that she called him darling. Before the news was shared with the Osawas, the members of the investigation team quietly briefed Detective Kajiwara. Osawa and I sat on the sofa on the far side of the room watching.
They could see Kajiwara go pale. He wiped the sweat from his forehead with a handkerchief several times. Bad news, Osawa thought. Mr. Osawa, ma'am. Kajiwara shuffled his way over to them at last. We've just gotten word from headquarters. He hesitated ominously. Osawa braced himself. Please.
Please, let's hear it.
First, about your daughter, Hitomi. Kajiwara's expression was grim.
What? Oh no! Oh god, we have to stop this bad end.
The body of a young man named Achi Endo was discovered near Shibuya Station. The name meant nothing to Osawa. In a building not too far from the scene, the detective swallowed. Your daughter Hitomi was found dead. Oh god. The world began to shake. Osawa staggered, reeling with its sudden nauseating vertigo.
No, it's not possible.
After that, your daughter Maria.
Oh god.
The words blurred together. He could no longer comprehend what he was hearing. Everything was wobbling, shuddering, distorting. Hitomi was dead. Hitomi. At those words, Osawa's whole world went dark, as if someone had just yanked the curtains closed.
Yep, bad end.
Learning of Hitomi's death plunged Osawa into a pit of despair. That was the dark end of a chain of events that began with a simple, small decision. Someone else merely decided to abide by a little promise. Because of that, not only did Achi and Hitomi meet with disaster, but Osawa had lost his... Oh, god damn it! Keeping a promise, isn't it? God damn it! Okay, well, at least we know what that is. I guess that doesn't change too many things, then. Oh my god, his story is almost... Well, we know what to do. So Yanagashita ends up chasing him no matter what. There was nothing he could do about having forgotten. He hurried down to the cafe.
Sorry, Endo. Sorry, Orai. You're just gonna have to let this one slide. I've got Toyama's life on the line here.
He opened up to the door to the cafe with the practice of a regular. Welcome. The waitress only got that far before her face fell. You again?
Hey, hurry up and get me a seat.
She grinned wickedly. I'm terribly sorry, sir. We're all full at the moment. He looked around. All the seats were indeed filled. As you can see, sir.
Really now?
The waitress's grin widened with triumph. Yes, sir.
Fine, I'll just right here. Let me get some power.
Jamming his power cable into a nearby outlet, Minariko flung himself right down on the floor and booted up his laptop. The waitress watched in dismay, then turned to stare vacantly up at the ceiling. Just do whatever you want, she muttered vaguely. You know, a person can only get away with being obnoxious for so long. Sooner or later, someone's likely to call the police. Okay, there we go. And things are back to normal. Now we can actually finish Osawa. But before we do, I just gotta take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Yeah, look at this. Osawa's story is almost over for this hour set.
so many people joined when I was in the freaking break. Hello, Hollow Mirage. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's go and finish Osawa's story for this chapter.
Is something wrong, Mr. Osawa?
Kajiwara was leaning in, looking concerned. Osawa came back into the moment with a start and realized that he had buried his face in his hands.
No.
He muttered, looking up.
Just getting angry, yelling at people. I'm not good with that sort of thing. I don't like it.
He picked up the music player and fitted with the earbuds as he spoke. Oh, this is just... okay. I'll get back to where we left off here. This is such a good scene. Okay, let's see. I think this is where it cut off. Yeah, I think this is where... Yep. And now she's here. Darling? I opened the door and stepped into the room. The detectives are asking for you. It seems there's been a development.
I'll be right there.
Osawa and Kajiwara hurried out of the room. It's a keep out. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. Okay. So I guess Achi's now unlocked then. Yep, Achi's unlocked for sure. Okay. And Maria was a keep out. Yeah, Achi, who barely got to do anything. Alright, let's go back to Achi and Hitomi. Achi didn't slow his pace until they were nearing their destination. He turned to look back at Hitomi.
It's only a little bit further now. Did you want to walk?
I'll be alright. Achi, look out! Looking ahead again, Achi saw that they were bearing down on a young grade school girl. Her head hung in dismay. Achi. Let's see. I don't think you should just, kidnap random girls. Achi took a quick leap to one side. There we go. He managed to avoid crashing into her by taking a tumble himself, but the girl was still definitely a bit shocked.
Sorry about that.
Achi said,
Are you alright?
but the girl didn't answer, or even meet Achi's eyes. She just looked around as if in a daze. Was she waiting on someone, maybe?
Odd kid.
Achi thought.
I hope she's okay.
I wonder what she has to do with things. Once more, Achi and Hitomi set off running. Achi led Hitomi through an old multi-tenant building. They hurried inside and headed up the stairs. I think that's the guy that Minorikawa was working for, his daughter. Behind the reception window on the second floor sat the custodian, sleeping on the job. Yukinori Kitajima. His main job is overseeing the monitoring room for the local surveillance cameras. But on the side, he also works as a novelist and game scenario writer. He often sleeps on the job during his free time. But sometimes when he's asleep, he gets his writing done. Just recently, a certain game was released set in Shibuya. But since he wrote the scenario and emailed it to the game company while he was asleep, he didn't know about it until just the other day. He sleep writes? Oh my god.
Hey, wake up, man!
I'm guessing this is one of the actual writers of the game. Achi gave the window a tap. And the man woke with a start.
Huh? Hachichi, don't scare me like that. That's one chi too many. And wow, you sure seem to have a lot of free time in your hands.
Let's see. What voice should I give this guy? Let's see. Maybe, George's father?
Yeah, no one's been by to check today. But that's not so bad, right? I mean, I guess it is the surveillance room, but still.
Damn it. Even doing a fake yawn makes me want to yawn for real. The man let out a big yawn.
My dad asked me to come down here and check on the security monitors, actually.
Achi said.
Sorry
Sorry to bother you when you're busy. Hitomi added with a polite bow.
Huh? Who are you? You with Achichi?
I'm Hitomi Osawa. It's nice to meet you.
Ho ho ho! What, you Achi's girlfriend? Again, too many cheese there. And that's none of your goddamn business. I just met her. Just let me have the key, please.
Hoping his blush wasn't too obvious, Achi mimed unlocking a door.
You won't answer a simple question and you want me to hand over the key?
Yes, I'm his girlfriend. Oh my god! I know she's faking it, but still, it's really sweet. Hitomi said. We've just started dating. Soon shall be seeing a lot more of you, sir. She flashed a winning smile.
Oh, well, what a surprise. Never thought Achichi could land a fine lady like yourself.
The surprised custodian held out the key.
Good for you, Achichi. Still one chi too many there. But yeah, dating.
Achi gazed into Tomi's face, even more surprised than the custodian. The key dangled, swaying to and fro like a pendulum between Achi and the man behind the counter. Achi, Hitomi said, nudging him to take the side with her elbow. Come on.
Oh, right.
Snapping out of it, Achi took the key and headed up for the next floor. I'm sorry, Hitomi said as they entered the monitoring room. For just saying that we were dating like that. I mean, it was a pretty clumsy lie.
No, it was just kind of sudden is all. I was just a bit jittery, I guess.
Achi felt his cheeks color again. I mean, I figured I had to say something or he wasn't going to cooperate, Hitomi said. She looked a little embarrassed herself. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make things weird.
No.
Achi said.
No, it was not weird at all. Trust me. Opposite of weird. Anti-weird. Actually, it was kinda,
He stopped himself there. Now wasn't the time for that sort of conversation. They need to find the blue minivan. The surveillance camera monitoring room was just a big office with a single computer. Achi knew it well.
So this is the monitoring system.
He explained. He switched on the computer.
You can see all of downtown Shibuya from this one computer.
Wow, I haven't heard these kinds of computer turning on sounds in a long time. Hitomi gazed impatiently at the monitor, even though it wasn't showing anything yet. The look of sheer determination on her face held Achi enthralled.
You, talk about how attractive your sister is.
Achi murmured.
As far as I'm concerned, right now you're the lovely one, Hitomi. Whoa!
Achi! Out of nowhere, putting the moves! Damn! Hitomi looked at him uncertain.
I mean, look at the lengths you're going to, and the risk you're taking to save your sister.
Achi said. I can't bear the thought that something might happen to her. And the last time we were together, I said such horrible things.
Plenty of people do bad things without even realizing they're bad. Never mind trying to fix it.
I'm just doing what I think is right.
Yeah, but these days, most people don't do the right thing. Heck, if they did, Shibuya wouldn't be covered in trash like it is. Me, I appreciate it when someone really cares about the things that are important. Doing the right thing as a matter of course, that's very attractive.
Achi blushed as he said it, and Hitomi shyly looked away. I think the system is ready. Turning to the computer, Achi hastily changed the subject.
I think the system is ready. This thing's so simple even I know how to use it.
Clicking on the mouse, he brought up a row of 4 windows on the monitor. Each window showed a different view of the Shibuya cityscape.
The image quality's not that great, but I guess that's because it's being updated on a 2-second delay, I guess.
Achi tapped on the keyboard, bringing up shots of different locations. He clicked on one of them in order to enlarge the image.
Maybe we really can find that minivan with this.
Hitomi was practically glued to the screen.
My dad's the one who designed the security system.
Your dad must be pretty amazing.
Well, he graduated top of his class at Tokyo Denko University.
A prestigious national university founded over a century ago. Applicants who place highly on the entrance exam can receive a full scholarship. Achi's father was one such attendee. The school has supported extensive research into artificial intelligence and recently announced an AI program known as Body. While the computer is asleep, different personalities emerge, which have an impact on various normal thought processes, forming a network of more human-like thought patterns as a result.
He always said he could have had a career in computer engineering, but he took over the electronics shop so they could marry my mother instead.
That's such a sweet story. Did they run the store together then? Achi shook his head.
No, my mother died when I was 4.
She must have died right after giving birth to his sister. Oh, I'm sorry. Hitomi sounded even sadder than Achi.
Well, anyway, never mind that. Here, look!
The seedy-looking weirdo that they run into at Gigo was on the screen. Huh? That guy again? Instead, Rito was now running all out, a laptop computer under one arm. He was being chased by a man in a long coat.
That guy sure gets chased around a lot, huh?
Achi said. When the weirdo slipped out of view, Achi switched to another camera. The new view showed the weirdo running again. By hopping from camera to camera, they could track him wherever he went.
So long as we have these cameras,
Achi said.
this guy has nowhere to run. Huh. Nowhere to run, huh?
The moment he said those words, they struck an odd chord in his mind. He remembered their repeated run-ins with the man with the cane, how the assassin had seemed always to know where to find them. Achi, please, Hitomi urged. Stop messing around and let's look for the minivan. I have a feeling he'll find something important here.
Sorry, there's just one more thing I'm curious about.
Achi continued to track the seedy-looking man. The weirdo rushed into a knick-knack shop on Center Guy. Soon after, the man with the coat appeared and followed him into the shop.
Looks like he snatched that guy's computer.
Moments later, the weirdo came rushing back out of the shop and sprinted away again. Hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream. He wove through the narrow alleyways with cat-like alacrity. They love that word in this game. I don't think I've ever heard it before this game, but they love the word alacrity here. Achi did his best to keep tabs on him, but the man managed to give him the slip. Wow, Hitomi said. She too had been watching closely. I'm kind of impressed.
Mind if I keep at it?
Achi asked. Sure, this is fun. He continued scanning certain images, trying to locate the guy again. At this point, even Hitomi was invested in the quest to find the fugitive. But minutes passed and they didn't spot him. Achi was on the verge of giving up. Oh, that's me. Hitomi took out her cell phone. It's an email from Mr. China.
Found him!
Achi's shout cut Hitomi off. The guy was in a back alley off Center Guy. Oh my god, is she gonna see him? Is she gonna see your sister? He was talking with someone. Huh? Is that... Achi blinked a few times and he leaned in close to the screen. Oh, that was Achi.
Hitomi, you have to come look at this.
Ah! That's my sister! Hitomi brimmed with excitement.
For real?
I think so.
What's she doing in a place like that? And why is she talking to that guy?
I'm not sure. The monitor showed a cheerful little scene.
Looks like they're having fun. Guess once they're twins, they're both into older guys.
Achi felt his mood start to sour. God damn it, Achi.
I have to ask, are you sure she was kidnapped?
Yes! At least, I sure thought so. And so did the police.
Then what's this all about?
Should we go and see for ourselves?
Guess so.
Oh my god. Is that so the next chapter is going to start?
Oh, and what about that email?
Achi pointed at Hitomi's cell phone.
Shouldn't you take a look at that?
My sister comes first. That place where she is it far away from here?
No, not particularly.
Achi and Hitomi rushed from the building, heading for the alley where Maria was talking to the computer thief. Let's see. God damn it. I don't know if, I don't think I need to jump here. It wasn't long before they were closing in on their destination. But as they headed down a narrow side street, a familiar figure suddenly appeared to bar their way. Uh-oh, it's him! Gun in hand, the man with the cane slowly ambushed towards them. Achi and Hitomi bolted down a nearby alley. Taking another return, they reached the alley they'd seen on the cameras.
Maria!
Oh, Maria! Hitomi rushed over to her sister. Oh my god. But Maria just stood still, staring at Hitomi in silence, as if she couldn't process what's going on. Oh my god. Oh no. Meanwhile, the assassin was still in pursuit. He had turned the corner behind them and was steadily drawing nearer. He pointed his gun at Hitomi's head.
Come on, hurry!
Achi urged. He tried to lead the two girls away, hoping to escape further down the alley. But instead, Maria charged boldly at the man with the cane. Oh god. The assassin was caught off guard by the unexpected counterattack, but he reacted quickly, clubbing the girl in the head with the grip of his pistol. Ouch! Maria! Hitomi shrieked. She stood in horror as her sister collapsed in a heap on the ground. Then Hitomi's eyes rolled back in her head. She fainted into Achi's arms. God damn it. I wonder if she's gonna, get her memory back from this bump on the head. Oh wait, no, that was Hitomi that got hit. No, it was Maria that got hit and Hitomi fainted. Oh my god.
Hitomi, hey!
But the shock had overwhelmed her. She was out cold. Slowly, the assassin lifted his gun again, aiming for Achi and Hitomi. Bad end. If he'd only had Hitomi to protect, Achi might have been able to pick her up and get away. But he couldn't just leave her sister here. He knew with the chilling certainty of despair
Ah, certainty and despair, oh boy.
they could never save them both. Bad end. God damn it. Sisters in the alley,
Finding Maria seemed like such a stroke of luck, but it led to Achi and Hitomi running right across the killer's path. Never would happen if Achi had gotten distracted with that weirdo with the cameras. Focus on looking for the minivan to set instead. God damn it. Okay. Well, we know what to do.
Alright, my bad.
Achi switched over to do a different camera. He continued switching views, scanning the streets of Shibuya, but there was no sign of a blue minivan anywhere. Still, they remained glued to the monitor. Oh, that's me. You told me to get out her cell phone. It's an email from Mr. Tanaka.
Okay. Yeah, it was about time for my mood to take a dip.
Achi thought. What? Hitomi blurted. She looked up from her phone. Achi, Mr. Tanaka found the minivan!
He what? What does he say? Read it to me! Why didn't he find it when we were looking at random shit on the computer? Okay. I ran it out after it, but wound up losing sight of it. It was heading towards Jinan.
That's what he says.
What about your sister? Was she inside?
He doesn't say. Achi switched over to an array of surveillance cameras near Jinan. The few seconds the transition took felt agonizingly slow. Finally, 4 new images popped up. And I quickly enlarged one of them. Achi quickly enlarged one of them.
Aha!
Oh. Ah! Hitomi let out a tiny gasp. There on the monitor was a blue minivan. There was no bad data. Oh, is this over? Oh, no. Achi and Hitomi rushed from the building, speeding towards Jinan in an all-out run. Run, Achi! Run, Hitomi! Run, other guys looking for Miku! Oh my god. Neither spoke. They simply dashed along in silence. Achi felt as if they'd been running a marathon and the finish line had come right into view. They took a left at the station and darted past the Shibuya department store.
Aha!
Achi pointed as it came to a stop. The blue minivan was still there, parked by the curb along the slight hilly incline. Leaving Achi behind, Hitomi started rushing up to the hill. Alarm bells started going off in Achi's mind. Someone from the kidnapping crew was in that van. Not again! Oh no! It's dangerous to approach carelessly.
Stay back! Don't get too close!
Achi shouted. But she didn't appear to hear his cries. Oh god. His hope of rescuing her sister had driven all else from her mind. Achi started to run after her. Hitomi had reached for the vehicle already. She brought her face close to one of the windows, but the tinted glass obscured the view inside. Hitomi circled around to see the minivan's other side. Achi saw her grasping at the door. She slipped out of his view for just a moment. Oh wow, a movie scene. Oh no! I was Mystery Theater, yes. There was a thunderous explosion, and it got a flame toward the roof of the minivan like it was made of aluminum foil.
Hitomi!
Horrified, Achi charged through rolling smoke searching for Hitomi. He saw two figures sprawled out of the street several meters from the van. Hitomi and Kanan. Oh, Kanan saved her!
Hitomi, wake up!
Achi cradled her in his arms, and her eyes drifted open faintly.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Hitomi didn't appear to understand him. Her only response was a blank, dazed look. There was a small patch of red on her face. Achi wiped it gently away with a finger. He saw no further signs of bleeding. She must have been splattered by someone else's blood then. As far as he could tell, she hadn't been gravely injured. Well, that's good. Achi let out a sigh of relief.
Hitomi, is she alright?
Oh, that was Kanan. Hitomi, is she alright? Kanan stirred on the ground. Her clothes were scorched in places and she was bleeding from her head.
Kanan, did you save her?
Is she alright?
Yeah, what about her sister?
Kanan didn't respond.
No, it can't be.
Achi went to look inside the van. Amidst the fire and the flames, he could make out the outline of a body.
What happened here?
Achi had to look away. Get Hitomi out of here. Hurry. If those guys show back up. Kanan's face twisted up with pain.
Alright.
Achi settled Hitomi carefully in his arms.
Wait, I need to tell you something.
Oh, Kanan's. Wait, I need to tell you something. Kanan's pain gasp called him back. Alfard. Who? Alfarad, the YouTuber?
Huh?
Alfard. That's the name of the mastermind. I'm sure it'll come up again if you keep pursuing this. But if you value your life, don't get involved with Alfard any further. Now go.
Okay, and thanks.
Damn! With Hitomi in his arms, Achi hurried from the scene. He wasn't sure where he was heading. He just wanted to get away wherever that meant. He hurried past a crowd of onlookers that had swiftly begun to assemble. The flames of the burning van rose ever higher, roaring up toward the heavens. Are we gonna get a keep out? Oh my god, we got all the way to the end of Achi. Wow. Okay. Wait. His to be continued is at 30? What the fuck? Osawa's was at the end of the hour. Oh no, we didn't even get to his.
It's a to be. It's not a keep out, but a to be continued. That's kind of weird. Oh, but Maria's opened up, so I guess that's what we'll be starting with next time. We still haven't figured out how to get past Kano's bad end. But yeah, next time we'll go back with Maria. Okay, you guys, I'm getting a bit tired today, so we're gonna end in like a fairly even 2 hours. Thank you so much for joining me on today's stream. On Sunday, we'll view some more Art and Alico. We'll get back into the main story of that. And on Tuesday, we'll get right back here with Maria. See what she's up to. So until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.